Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to talk about the actual cost for $15,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for an 80-year-old female. Now, the first thing you need to know is you can go directly to our website at funeralfunds.com. We've got these quarters on just about every page. You collect this, just enter the state you live in, and we are licensed in all 50 states, by the way. And you enter your coverage amount, just put your birthday and stuff in there, hit get quotes, and it will take you to a page that will show you the best companies with the lowest pricing available in your state. It's the same quarter that we use to help folks, and you can just check out everything there. That's free of charge. Now, the first thing you need to consider when you're an 80-year-old female is $15,000 going to be enough for your final expense needs? Now, if you're going to be cremated and just come home in a cardboard box or an urn, that's between $1,000 to $2,000. So, $15,000 is obviously going to be enough. Now, if you're going to have a cremation and have some sort of celebration of life or remembrance ceremony, that's going to be probably $3,500 to $4,500 on average. So again, $15,000 is going to be enough. So if you have $15,000, you're in okay shape. You don't have to worry about this. Stop watching the video. But if you don't, what we actually recommend is probably, if you're looking at a cremation, don't get $15,000, because in our opinion, you'd be overinsured. And most of the people we help are on fixed or limited incomes, and we work really hard to kind of protect people's budgets, and we want them to get into a plan that they can actually afford, and afford to just make those payments over the years so they don't have to cancel it in the future. So if you're looking at just the cremation, come home in a cardboard box or an urn, probably $5,000 is going to be all you need. You really don't need $15,000. And then if you're going to have some sort of celebration of life or whatever attached to that cremation, probably maybe $7,500, maybe 10, but it just depends. But we just don't recommend overinsuring. Sometimes people will say, I want to get 25,000 or 30 and I want to leave money behind for my kids. Well, at age 80, that gets kind of expensive. You probably should have taken care of that maybe in your 60s or early 70s if you wanted to do that. So we're just very protective of our clients and their budgets, and we want to get them something that will work, that will take care of their needs, but also fit their budget. Now, if you're going to be buried, the average cost of a burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000. So if you have a $15,000 policy already, you're in good shape. Now, if you don't, again, we're always working with people's budgets. So the minimum you would want would be $10,000. And that would cover kind of the cost of what's going on today. But if you're in good health and you think you're going to make it to age 85 or 90 or 95, you'd probably want more coverage. You would probably want that $15,000, maybe $12,500, $15,000, whatever it is. Just keep in mind, if your budget's tight right now and all you can afford is $10,000, get the $10,000, because we can always help you add more coverage later too. And having that $10,000 will immediately protect your family. God forbid something had happened, as long as it's first day coverage. And that's all we help people with here at Funeral Funds of America is first day coverage or benefits. So we do not recommend plans with 2-year waiting periods. And I'll get into that in a minute, but a lot of people would say, hey, the first day coverage plans, I want that, but I've got some health problems. And I know these applications ask health questions. Yes, they do, but they're very forgiving, and each company has their own underwriting requirements. So we work with enough different insurance companies that if something does come up medically, we've got about a 90-95% approval rate for first day coverage. So the only reason you wouldn't qualify for first day coverage is if you had some really significant health issues, like, you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you were on dialysis, or you had dementia, or you were in a hospital or in a nursing home. Now, it seems like every week somebody will call and say, hey, we had a family member die this last week. Their body's down at the funeral home, and they didn't have insurance. We don't have any money, and the funeral home won't do anything till we get them the money. So we need to get this insurance right away. Can we do that real quick? And we have to let them know that there's no insurance company in the United States that offers a policy for somebody who's already dead. It does not work that way. So it's really sad that the person who died, put their family in this situation, that put them in just a terrible emotional and a terrible financial situation. So don't do that to your family. If you don't have this insurance and you don't have the money, just get it. Get it now. Get what you can afford, because everybody dies. Everybody dies. So 2-year waiting periods. Let's talk about that. We don't recommend 2-year waiting periods. And there's a bunch of companies out there that offer 2-year waiting periods. Colonial Penn's one of them. Probably the most well-known, I guess, just because they advertise on TV all the time. Seems like they've got a commercial on every 7 minutes, whatever that would be. And a lot of 80-year-old females would go, ha, 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 ha. You know, I gamed the system. I outsmarted everyone. I lived to age 80 and never spent a penny on insurance. Now I'm going to get my $9.95 plan, and I'm going to have $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 worth of life insurance. And then they run the numbers and see that that's not the case. Female, age 80, $9.95, one unit would only pay $608. So that's a little different than that $50,000, you know, our 80-year-old female had in mind. So yeah, just there's kind of no outsmarting the insurance companies. And, you know, the $9.95 is, it's strictly, a lot of people would say, strictly just a marketing thing to get people's attention, to get them to call in, because the TV commercials don't say how much you're going to get for $9.95. And it changes based on your age too. So the older you get, the less coverage you get. So just be aware of that. And there's other 2-year waiting period companies out there. Mutual of Omaha has their United of Omaha product. AIG, Gerber, those are all 2-year waiting periods. There's a bunch of other companies out there that have 2-year waiting period plans. And some of those companies have done a really great job of convincing the American public that once you get beyond age 50, the only thing you qualify for is a 2-year waiting period. Nothing could be further from the truth, because we help people with first day coverage all the time, all day long. So the challenge with Colonial Penn specifically is you probably can't at age 80 get $15,000 worth of insurance. We're going to max it out at 15 units here and see what that provides coverage wise. So 15 units is going to be $149, roughly $150. That's only going to buy $9,120. So you can't even get $15,000. And if you could, it's going to have a 2-year waiting period. So let's go see what first day coverage would be and see if we can't beat the pants off of that. $15,000, female, age 80. So get quote. We're going to hit that. We're going to come back and check. Again, this is $9,000. I'm just going to round numbers. $9,000 for $150. So if you look at here, again, let's jump up here. I want to show you this because this is pretty interesting. $15,000. That's going to be roughly that same amount, $150. $150. So with first day coverage, you can actually get around $6,000 more in insurance coverage for the same amount of money. So why would you go with a company that's got a 2-year waiting period and you're going to get less insurance and you're going to overpay for the rest of your life? It doesn't make sense. So why wouldn't you get first day coverage, get $6,000 more insurance, and your family just will be very well taken care of? Let's look at some other companies here. There's some other companies that advertise. Let's see. Lumico, we run into them. Lincoln Heritage, they're about the same price. Lincoln Heritage, fine company, level, first day coverage. But look at this price, $216. Now, Lincoln Heritage has got a thing where when you pass away, they'll call 2-3 funeral homes, kind of shop around to get the best pricing. They might do a couple other things too. But it's not a free service. You pay for it in premium. So it's $216 versus roughly $150. So $216, that would be roughly $65 more a month. I'm going to drop it down to $60 for easy math. That's $720 more a year. If that 80-year-old female lives 10 years, that's going to be $7,200, probably right around $7,500 more. Now, you might ask, is it worth roughly $7,500 more on a $15,000 policy to make a few phone calls and maybe do a couple other things? So a lot of people would say that's kind of expensive. So what we do at Funeral Funds, we actually provide a free funeral and estate planning guide. You can just fill that out in advance. You can say who gets what goes where you want your body to go, and the funeral home, and your wishes and flowers and all that stuff. And then we recommend you just keep it with your insurance policy. And that way, when you pass away, your family knows exactly what you want done. And more importantly, they're going to know that you were thinking about them well in advance and providing for them at a time when they were going to be suffering the most, both financially and emotionally. And boy, that's just the ultimate gift of love you can leave for somebody. But also, you get more insurance. It's a better value. So why wouldn't you do that? So just be smart about this stuff and price shop around. But again, you can use our quarter to price shop around, so you don't have it'll show you all the best rates. So again, it's on our website. You can call our toll free 888-862-9456. And then we've also got a special YouTube page, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. And we've got a quarter on there and we also have a special page for our YouTube visitors. That's funeralfunds.com/YouTube. And you can just log on there and get access to the most discounts that you qualify for. So if you've got an existing policy and you want to price shop it, just reach out to us. If you have a smaller policy and you need to add coverage, we can help you out with that. If you're just looking for a new policy, we're here for you. And if you just want information, just feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to provide that to you free of charge. So we look forward to helping you out with this. Until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.